Hey guys, Lucan here. Welcome back to another episode of Movie Time. Or actually, no, this is actually Blox. This is not the time that I'll watch this game's very limited collection of movies and cutscenes. Yeah, that'll be another episode. But today we are going back into the adventure of completing the Explorer section of the game. And we're actually almost done. That's episode we completed Chemical Blocks, and now that means this episode that leaves grab tool, which is the last section. Maybe you can tell by the name, I don't know, but this is not really, I don't know, maybe it's similar. It's definitely similar, but there's a difference. The grab tool lets you grab and swing blocks around, smash loot gem blocks to the ground. Now, before I get started, I should mention we're using a grab tool now to pretty much swing around to destroy things, and we were just trying to destroy this tower as quick as possible, which we got in 25 seconds. Is that a gold? That might be silver. That's a gold, actually. We did pretty well on that one. That's actually a level, the design of the level we have had in the previous episode. Only that time we used the hose, and now we're using the grab tool. Now, you've seen pretty quickly, the grab tool is very, very good for destroying things. But now, how about for, I don't want to say destroying things, maybe more strategic stuff. Like, in this case, they're just trying to pull as many of these wooden blocks to the ground. Now, what you're going to see a lot of in this episode with this type of stuff, this is pretty much Jenga. I don't know if we even went over this in training, but this is a pretty new thing. But pretty much, again, the grab tool, I don't know if I explained it too well, but you grab a block, hold A, and pull away to pull it down. And every time one of these wooden blocks, you know, gets away from the tower, there's like a little hitbox around this tower, very big hitbox. You get a point. Like, pretty much when you let go of the block, as long as it's gonna, like, you just let go, and it, well, and wow, that was bad. But pretty much, yeah, it gives you a point, and you're trying to get as many points as possible in most of these levels. And when the penalty block on top will fall, you'll actually lose. So try not to let that fall. And this is kind of like Jenga, only instead of putting the blocks on top, you just get rid of them completely. And it's a lot like Jenga. It's fun. And the pretty much is trying to lower this block down to the mobile floaty block, and you're just trying to do that without letting anything fall. And if a block you did not pull falls, you get -1. And obviously, if the top block will fall, then you'll lose completely. And that level will look pretty simple, but this gets pretty difficult. Things will get a little tougher. Remove as many blocks as you can without letting the cow fall. Now, you can see there's a cow up top, and if this purple block gets unbalanced, then the cow will fall. And your job here is to remove as many of these blocks without letting the cow fall. Now, you can see it is a support, I guess, for supports mainly. So you can afford to remove 2 of those. And these would be 2 opposite ones, which would prevent it from falling, hopefully. I don't think which 2 really matter. And that was a good save. If that had fallen, I would have lost a point, which, in a level like this, I'm not sure if that's a huge deal, but it's always good to get what you can. You can also remove one of these blocks. I'm not sure if it really matters which one. And you can pick through here and just remove some stuff without hopefully imbalancing it too much. You can't remove that one, I don't think, because that will cause the whole tower to implode and collapse, then we lose. But same goes on the side. You can afford to remove one of these like that. So I mean, this is pretty much all we can remove for the top half, I think. Yeah. So now we can work on this bottom half. Usually these longer blocks, I like to remove the outside ones. It just is easier. And then we can just take out some more of these blocks like that. Just make sure that these aren't gonna, you know, cause the tower to unbalance. The key point here is balance. Keep the tower balanced. And I forgot to mention this, but we are on a time limit of, you can see it's 22 seconds now, so you have to be fast here. Other levels you don't have a time limit, you can take your time, which I prefer, but these levels you do have a time limit, so again, what you're seeing I'm doing, you're pretty much just trying to remove these blocks. Do not let the tower fall. And at this point, there's not really too much you can do, unless you want the tower to fall. Because if one block falls and you mess up, you lose everything. So I'm not sure if 32 is gold, but we're just going to sell for 32, because that's really all I can do. That is silver. How the hell are you supposed to get gold? I'm not sure. I've got gold in this before. It's just, yeah. But I think that's pretty fair. Silver, because that was difficult. Pinching. Pull the point blocks down with not knocking over any penalty blocks. Now this level is you get 3 grabs, so 3 chances to first grab. I just recommend taking this block. Try to take out the other block, which I kind of haven't really done right, but like that, because you can use blocks to touch other blocks in the same grab. Second throw, I would use this block. Try to take out these 2 without getting a penalty block to fall down, which you did well. So again, you need to maneuver through penalty blocks. This is kind of like point blocks. And after this final throw, if you can just get that to fall, and we've taken out 2 penalty blocks, which is not really ideal. And that will cost us our gold. I think we might have to settle for, is it a silver? Yes, a silver. Because gold was 70 in that level. Different level variety types you can see. High horse. Now use your push and pull skills to grab as many point blocks as possible. This is a funner level. This is a freestyle level. No time limit. It's just you and some blocks. Just playing Jenga. And you're just trying to... Again, it's what you saw on that level a lot earlier. You're trying to get this block lowered to the ground well, it's not the ground, but this immobile block, which is everything is standing on. You're trying to get the -1 block falling there without letting it lose balance. Got spin. That was like a corkscrew. That was cool. And getting, you want to be kind of careful here, and not like completely like do crazy grabs like that. You want to be more gentle. Kind of like in some of those point box levels, you don't want to always go for the power throws. These are the type of levels we can afford to be more conservative. It's not really... These are relaxing levels. They aren't really levels that require a lot of frustration, and I wouldn't say frustration. These levels can be frustrating. They aren't really levels that require a lot of intense movements and stuff like that. They're more laid-back levels. You're really just using your skills to beat this. That better not fall. I don't like that. I do not like that. I like that a lot better. Don't fall. You better not fall. That was a bit risky, that. This again is trying to get the supports to fall. This could be a bit risky, that. But we're gonna wait that. Do not fall. Please, please don't fall. Okay, that was a bit sketchy right there, but we are getting away with this. The block will not always stay perfectly balanced, but just try your best to keep it balanced and not let it fall. If it falls, I'm not sure if you lose, but when it falls, the level's over. So if you have enough points, you can still get a medal. In that case, we did everything right, and we got gold with 29 points. Next level, Dissemble. This carefully placed array of intersecting blocks may look intimidating, but so does the timer. Can't read. Yeah, so you've minute 30 seconds. This level can be frustrating. I would start by removing the outer blocks. They're not connected to anything else, because they aren't supporting the cow platform the cow's on. Start by, without letting too many blocks fall if possible. I would say that was, which I'm not really, again, try not to let blocks fall, which I kind of am right now, because they do take away some blocks right there. And okay, that was okay. This is very sketchy right now. Oh, you see that save? That was. And again, try not to be too frantic, because you do have some time. Although again, the time is limited. Try to be conservative. Do not like. What is save? I've made so many clutch saves. Like, yeah. Again, it's the same concept. Just try not to don't pull anything away that's on something else. Can be a bit difficult at times, but just do your best. And keep in mind you're having time, so you cannot take forever, but this block is not connected, you can see. Then at this point, this is when it starts to get a bit sketchy. You probably can. I'm not sure really if you would be able to remove one block. You probably can remove. I go for the one that's more blocks, so probably this one. You probably can remove this block. And at this point, I really wouldn't do anything else, because you try to pull a block out at the last second. That's usually kind of risky. I just go like that and get a silver. Sparkle plug. No, it's not sparkle plug. Spark plug. Why did I say sparkle plug? That was Alright, so you have 2 throws. This level is difficult. I'm just trying to think, how do you actually do this? So for the first level, you want to, yeah, first grab, take these two out, and then if you, okay, that was not right. If I actually get bronze for that, I completely fluffed that up. Okay, we're getting bronze. Wow, I completely did that wrong, but I mean, I guess bronze is what we're gonna get. We unlocked the tennis ball, now available for use. All right. That was very, very sketchy because I did not do that right at all. You're supposed to take out the two blocks, then knock out the ones on top and do the last row to take out the lower block. But I didn't do that right. Pull it off. See how many blocks you can pull without upsetting the moo up top. These levels are a lot funner. This is one of my favorite. I wouldn't say my favorite levels in the game, but it's a very fun level because again, you don't have time. You have time. You can just relax and really dig into probably a big structure while trying to knock off as many as you can. In these levels, I would probably start from. I don't know actually. Where do you start? I would start with removing these blocks here. Again, to start with the blocks that are not really supporting anything else, it will just make your life a bit easier. And again, these blocks are not really supporting anything else, so you can. Oh, we got that block. In these blocks, I believe if something falls to the ground without you grabbing, you actually don't lose points this time. You just don't gain anything or lose anything. It's a yeah. So again, the blocks that we've seen pull pretty easily, they did not connect it to anything, so it's except for some free easy points right here. And again, you're just not letting the cow fall up top by unbalancing it. Now you see, there will be a point, but I think eventually it will have to fall because you don't have a timer. So, and it's impossible to get all the blocks in this. I'll say that. You can get a lot, but it's impossible to get everything. So again, just pulling out some blocks that are not connected to anything is a good strategy right there. That's really for the most level. That's a really good strategy. Just try not to pull anything out that's connected. Again, you have two supports for a lot of these towers. So let's pull out this side of the support. There are a lot of blocks here we can pull out without really affording to lose too much. We can also pull out this middle block here pretty carefully without. Now this is where it gets a bit more difficult because let's go up top. We can actually remove a few of these blocks here. Again, I usually start with the outer blocks in this type of situation. You're picking over supports. It just makes it easier for you to grab and usually bounces better. I think when you have the inner blocks remain, just because it keeps balance. I guess this game is weird physics, so I would. Yeah, try if you can get this down to 1, then that's pretty impressive. Which, again, if you keep it very balanced here, you can. Some of these throws here can be pretty. You need to be pretty careful. I would not try to take out any of these supports up here. This is about as near as I can get. And I think this is at this point it gets a bit difficult, but I would try to take out one of these supports, preferably, I guess. Probably this one, which you probably can afford to do, and the same goes on that side. Just so the block here is connected without, because if that goes, then the whole tower's gone. Because again, it's this point, one movement will cost the whole tower. So we're 39 now, and there's really not much we can do. Yeah, I don't really know what to do now. Just try to get as many blocks as you can, because the cow's gonna fall. That's what I would say. The cow will fall eventually, and like at that point, you realize there's something you can do. You just try to pull. I tried to pull a block and see if I could get away with it. I couldn't though. So when you know it's gonna fall, just try to pull as many blocks as you can. We were one off from gold. That is not the luckiest thing ever.